In our English studies lesson today, we will be looking at composition writing. We are going to write today. Are you ready with your writing materials, your pen, your exercise book? We're going to write today, and we're going to write composition. But before we go into that, let's have the correction to our homework. You were asked to choose the correct answers from the brackets. Remember, our last topic was confusing words. I got to school before the assembly. That means I got to school in time. 2. The news vendor comes to our house every day. Not every day as one word. It comes to our house every day. Ismail performed quite well in the examination. Not quite well. Quite well in the examination. Some children behave like adults. Some children behave like adults. They are not adults, they are just behaving like adults. And the last one, the guest speaker arrived at the exact time to start the program. So he came on time. Because he came at the exact time, he came on time. How many of you got the 5 correctly? Wow. Wow. Then I need to celebrate you with a cheer. Well done. Good job, you. Now to the learning objective for today's lesson. At the end of today's lesson, you should be able to write a good composition about your school. Yes, your school. Yes, you should be able to write a good composition about your school. Now, what are the guidelines on writing about your school? You want to write about your school. What are those guidelines? Let's quickly look through them so that we will be able to have a good composition on that topic, my school. Introduction. Under introduction, you have the following: the name of your school, the type of school. Under the type of school, you're going to state whether it's a private or a public school, whether it's a mixed or single-sex school, a day or boarding school, regular or special school. Location. Where is your school located? I believe you are taking note of all those things. The kind of building, whether it's a bungalow or story building and so on. The color that your school is painted in. Color of your school uniform. The motto of your school. I can remember the motto of my school. Knowledge is power. So what's the motto of your school? Year of establishment. What year was your school established? That's about introduction. Then what are the facilities that you have in place in your school? Number of classrooms. Is there a library in your school? Do you have a science laboratory in your school? Is there a school clinic there? Are there computers in your school? Do you have an interactive board like this in your school? Are there air conditioners in your classrooms? Is there a playing field in your school? Those are the facilities that should be available in your school. Then you talk about the teaching and non-teaching staff in your school. What is the name of your head teacher or proprietor? So there are some of you that have both. You have the proprietor and you have the head teacher too. For some, especially in the public school, you have the head teacher and the assistant head teachers, their names. Then the number of teaching and non-teaching staff in your school. The name of the school counselor. Every school should have a school counselor. So what's the name of the school counselor? That is about the teaching and non-teaching staff. Then the daily schedule in your school. What you do regularly in your school. That is talking about the subjects offered in the school. How many subjects do you take per day? And what is the duration per lesson? How many minutes do you spend on each lesson? Then we're talking about co-curricular activities. We have Jet Club, Debate Club. Do you have all those in your school as well? Good. Farmers Club, Press Club, and so on. All those co-curricular clubs in your school. Then we'll talk about the conclusion to your writing the composition on my school. The conclusion should be based on why do you think your school is the best, or why do you like your school? That should be the conclusion. I believe you've taken note of all those things. When you're talking about why you think your school is the best or why you like your school, you should state the qualities your school possesses more than others. That is your conclusion. Having gone through those guidelines, now let's follow the guidelines to write a composition on the topic, my school. We have a sample here, so you look at it and let's follow the sample. Yes. The name of my school is Ideal Primary School. It is a public primary school for regular pupils. It is located at number 4, Orelope Street, Alimosho Local Government Education Authority, Lagos State. My school is a bungalow building. The environment is serene and conducive for learning. Let's move on. My school is a mixed school. That means it is for boys and girls, and it was established on November 3, 1981. It's been quite a while. My school is painted in brown and cream color. The color of our school uniform is navy blue and white. And the motto of the school is knowledge is power. There are 18 classrooms with the head teacher and assistant head teachers' offices. Not talking about the facilities. We have a well-equipped library, computers that are connected with internet, science laboratory, interactive board, and all our classes are very conducive for learning. There are 25 teaching and 5 non-teaching staff in my school. The name of the head teacher of the school is Mr. Karim Alabi. A professional counselor is also in my school to guide us. Her name is Mrs. Folashade Oladepo. You have a counselor in your school? It's a must, you must have one. We offer 8 subjects per day, and each subject has a duration of 40 minutes. We also enjoy co-curricular activities like Jet Club, Literary and Debating Society, Press Club, Farmers Club, and so on. Likewise, uniform societies like Red Cross, Boys Brigade, Boy Scouts, Brownie are also in existence in my school. Now, I want to conclude. I like my school because we have highly skilled professional teachers, we have counselor, an effective head teacher and assistant running my school with adequate facilities that promote teaching and learning. In fact, in my school, education meets with comfort. In fact, in my school, education meets with comfort. I believe you have followed the write-up, the step-by-step explanation on my school. Now to Auntie Fumi's heartbeat. That is homework. You must do your homework. That is what makes Auntie Fumi happy. That is what earns you good life magic juice. So for your homework today, you are to write a full composition on the topic myself. Myself. That is writing about yourself. You are going to follow all those guidelines. You know it must have an introduction. You know that it must have a body that is going to talk about your likes, your dislikes, what you are able to do, and so on. And it must definitely have a conclusion. So make sure that by our next lesson, you have done your homework. You have written a full composition about yourself. I will do mine too. We have come to the end of the English Studies lesson for today. I believe you enjoyed learning how to write about your school. Yes. Before we go, we have one symbolic thing to do, and that is game time. Are we ready to play our game now? Yes, let's go there. Today, we are going to play the fact or opinion game. Fact or opinion. What is a fact? Fact is something that is true and everybody believes that this is true. But opinion is what you may think is true and somebody else might say it is not true. So let's play the fact or opinion game. Yes. Honorable Wahab Alawiye King is the executive chairman of Lasubeb. Fact or opinion? What did you say? It's a fact. Yes. Let's move on. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Fact or opinion? Yes, another fact. Good job. Let's move on. Rice is the most nutritious grain food. Rice is the most nutritious grain food. Is that a fact or opinion? What did you say? Oh, it's an opinion. Yeah. Some other people might think, no, it is not rice, it's another food. Yes. There are 36 states in Nigeria. There are 36 states in Nigeria. Is that a fact or an opinion? Oh, you all chorused it. It is a fact. Public school pupils perform better than private school pupils. Fact or opinion? Fact, opinion, fact, opinion. Okay, let's see. It's an opinion, yes, because you cannot say it is so. You might think so, and another person might think otherwise. Lagosians are the most hospitable people in Africa. Fact or opinion? Ah, you're undecided about that. Okay, I can hear that. It's an opinion, yes. The cheetah, you know cheetah? Yes. The cheetah is the fastest land animal. Fact or opinion? It's a fact. And lastly, Auntie Fumi is the best English teacher in the world. Fact or opinion? That's an opinion. We have come to the end of the English Studies lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed playing the game. Let me hand you over now to the mathematician, Uncle Agbaje, for the mathematics lesson. Well done, children.